This year's rookies class could legitimately be one of the best that we've ever seen in Major League Baseball. The rookies are coming up and making an impact immediately, similar to how we talked about the free agent class being horrible this past offseason. We want to talk about how good this rookie class is. Before we get going into it, make sure you guys are subscribed to the Windup as we approach 25,000 subscribers. Most of you who are watching aren't subscribed. Click that subscribe button so you can join up and get all the videos. Big shout out to our members who get access to them early. And if you're listening to us, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, drop us a rating, drop us a review, download, and subscribe. James, you've been all over this rookie class. A lot of guys that you loved have come up this year and been great. Let's start glazing them a little bit.
But first, we want to give a quick shout out to today's sponsor, SeatGeek. SeatGeek is the #1 rated ticketing app, and with the baseball season fully underway, you guys want to go to games. So download the SeatGeek app, link in the description, and use our code WINDUP10 to get 10% off your next purchase on SeatGeek, whether you're a first-time buyer or not. SeatGeek also has tickets to so many other events, like concerts, comedy shows, festivals. You've got the NBA playoffs coming up. The World Cup football season is just around the corner. And our personal favorite feature on SeatGeek is their SeatGeek score. That's where they rate tickets on a scale of 1 to 10 to let you know if you, the buyer, are getting a good deal or not. When you see tickets closer to a score of 10 or with a green dot on the map, that means it's a good deal. Those are tickets that you should be buying. When you see tickets with a score closer to 1 with a red or orange dot on the map, that means it's not a good deal. You don't need to buy those. So again, we've got the hookup for you guys over here on the Windup. Use our code WINDUP10 to get 10% off your next purchase of tickets on SeatGeek, whether you're a first-time buyer or not. Just click the link in the description right now, download the SeatGeek app, and remember to use our code WINDUP10 to get that 10% discount. Big thanks to SeatGeek for sponsoring today's video.
Yeah, this is the first time even going into a season where I was this excited about the rookie class, and I think there's so many reasons for it, which I think we'll get to at the end. But it feels like even early in the season, or about a third of the way through, the entire playoff race have been dramatically impacted by rookies, and by especially these young players. But you look at a team like the Guardians right now, especially, talk about rookie contributions. Travis Pizzana, since he came up, has been a house on fire for them. They keep winning games. Parker Messick has ascended to practically being their ace. Those are two of the most impressive rookies right now. The Guardians are back to playing 90-win pace at guards ball. Their team, the White Sox on top of that, too. It's Murakami Murakami changed the trajectory of the franchise, it feels like, or at least the sentiment around them. You can just go down and down this list of how many rookies have dramatically impacted their franchises already.
It's something that we've seen over the last couple of years where teams have gotten more and more aggressive, especially with their early round picks, like Mr. Kurtz getting called up last year very early. We've seen the Angels, who they're the opposite. They're such a mess, but they probably don't do it in the right way. They've been calling up guys earlier and earlier. We're seeing guys spend less and less time in the minor leagues, and it does all come back to a couple different things. One, the minor leagues are smaller, so you can focus on the players that actually matter the most right now, which again, probably sounds a little bit cringe, but it is true. The guys who need the most developing can now get more time than they did in the past, and more assets and more resources. Also, I was watching MLB Network today, and Brian Kenny kind of brought up a great point. Youth baseball has modernized a lot in the last 10 years, and we're starting to see those modern youth baseball kids make their way now to professional baseball, which sounds absolutely insane, but the idea where they understand the strike zone better. They get more reps in than ever. They're playing year-round. We love baseball players that, as kids, played multiple sports, but you're seeing that the specialization probably in baseball is also having a major impact on some of these guys. Kevin McGonigal was a kid who played a lot of baseball, was traveling across the country, doing everything that he possibly could to get in as much baseball as possible, and you see him come up as, a 21, 22-year-old, and he has one of the best chase rates in the league, gets on base a ton, playing good defense. He's just a complete player at 21, 22 years old.
Even path youth baseball, I think, is more just about how these guys train in general. We've talked a lot about the last few years, and this was on display with Trey Savage in the World Series, where it's even Peyton Tolley, when he came up towards the end of that last season, we know when a major league caliber player has major league caliber skills in the minor leagues. You can identify that, especially with pitches. You have major league stuff. Those three pitches right there, you can just see it. Those get major league hitters out. But then the flip side of that is that you can train hitters in a similar way too. I don't know how many of traject systems have made it down to the minor leagues, but also even on top of that, way past youth baseball, how much more modern college baseball's gotten, all the extra player development that happens there now. The fact that Lance Prasowski did a video about this a few months ago, how a lot of what happened with the changing of the minor leagues, Jeff Luhnow, Rob Manfred tag team to get rid of 40% of the players, a lot of that was just pushing more development into the collegiate ranks. And then also for the guys like McGonigal who were taken out of high school, Connor Griffin, into a team's facility that next year. Connor Griffin took this massive step forward after a swing change the Pirates made with him before he'd ever actually played the professional baseball game. there's just so much more knowledge, so much more data, so many more ways to help these guys now, especially when they're into it. Like, I know he's not a rookie, but did you hear Cam Schlittler's interview with our friends John Heyman and Joel Sherman on the show?
No, I did not. I gotta say I missed that episode. I catch every single one. I missed that one.
You should, because he talked about the fact that they were like, you have the lowest ERA in the American League. Like, what do you attribute that to? And he was like, guys, I want to tell you something. We don't care about the ERA. He's like, I love my in-zone swing and miss rate. I like my strikeouts compared to my walks. He was like, I like them forcing so much weak contact. And it's like, when you hear the next guard of baseball players speaking that way and taking in these advanced training tools and methodology in seriously, you could get these superstar rookies right off the bat like we're seeing right now.
Yeah, no, the rookies are legitimately so good. And you mentioned it earlier, a lot of the teams that are competitive right now that are a bit of a surprise going into the season for how well they're performing, you can look up and down their roster, and they are filled with rookies. I know the White Sox are a little bit different because one of their rookies is like 27 years old from Japan, who's been a professional baseball player
25.
for a while. 25. But like the idea is that younger players tend to be better than these older guys. And I think one of the problems with our favorite team, the New York Mets, up until recently, a lot of old guys who don't really do a lot of things particularly well, instead of like this youth, this movement, this exciting players that also do things well. So, I mean, even looking, I know you mentioned the Cleveland Guardians before. Think about how different that team feels if Chase DeLauder, Travis Bazzana, and Parker Messick are just in the minor leagues, where a couple of years ago, those might be guys who people are like, they need a little more seasoning, not enough time, haven't taken enough at-bats in the minors.
Well, this is also a situation where, credit to Major League Baseball, where they changed the processes of themselves, and they're actually exactly what the motivation was, incentivizing these teams to call up these rookies ahead of time. Like the fact that, specifically for a few of these rookies, that now with the very strict rookie eligibility rules to get yourself a draft pick, if a rookie, while they're arbitration eligible, wins Rookie of the Year or places top 3 in MVP or Cy Young while they're in the arbitration system, but before they actually get to arbitration, you get draft picks. So teams like the Guardians, there's so much outweighed importance to yourself getting an extra compensatory first-round draft pick. And you look at guys like Parker Messick, Nolan McLean, Trey Savage, Peyton Tolley. I think right now, and even Logan Henderson, those are probably right now the 5 best rookie starting pitchers in the league. I'll throw Connolly Early on there as well. Shout out my boy Connor Prelip. He just missed this, but we'll see. All of those guys got exposure to the league last year, but maintained their rookie status. Some of them Trey Savage in huge spots. Peyton Tolley, playoff race. Connolly Early, playoff race. Parker Messick, playoff race. Nolan McLean, playoff race. Like, these guys were pitching monster innings last year for their teams, maintained their rookie status, and they come into this season, you're like, oh, you really do seem like you belong. And some of the bats, too, to a lesser degree, who did that. Like, DeLauder, his first ever game was in the playoffs. Like, Sal Stewart was in the middle of a playoff race for a few weeks last year. Basayo was terrible in his month last year. Look how he looks right now. Even Mo Ballesteros, he was hitting in the heart of Northern in a playoff series. Like, Carter Jensen did better last year than this year, but like, it's so important for these guys to get those reps, come to the next season ready to rip, and now you have a big advantage on what we'd traditionally consider rookies.
Yeah, there's so many good ones. And I think the first guy I want to at least talk about specifically, I know we talked about McGonigal and stuff like that, but Connor Griffin just feels like he is kind of in a different class, especially since turning 20. He's been like one of the best players in the entire league, which is kind of a funny thing. He just had to turn 20 years old, not be a teenager anymore, and he all of a sudden started dominating Major League Baseball. But the fact that, like, even a couple years ago, you had a 21 or 22-year-old up. This guy's a year younger than that, and he is dominating the game. There's basically not much he doesn't do particularly well. Hits the ball hard, plays a completely fine shortstop, runs the bases. Complete players are coming up at ages that don't even make sense.
Yeah, I watched their game, Pirates against the Cardinals, on Wednesday. I wanted to check out my guy Michael McGreevy, see what was going on there, mixing it up.
What do you got for Michael McGreevy real quick?
He gave up 10 hits yesterday and 3 runs.
He's like, he throws like 100 pitches, doesn't he? He's just a crafty dude from the right side.
He's fun. He'll be around forever. But like, I hope he will stretch his way to one All-Star game too, probably this year, if not one more in the future. But Griffin in that game, the Pirates chipped away, and then kind of blew it open late. Had guys on base again, left and right against McGreevy, and then against the bullpen. He was the first or second batter in 3 different innings. All 3 times he got on base. Once, as in the 4th inning, there was a guy out, he hit a single. Then the 6th and the 8th, he hit leadoff singles. All 3 times he started run-scoring rallies where he came around to score the run, and the 8th inning they blew the game. Like, they popped the game open. Like, he was a catalyst. He's hitting second now against lefties when they play them. I also have the splits before and after the 20th birthday. So in the 19 games before the 20th birthday, 182 batting average, 0 home runs. since the 20th birthday, 24 games, 350, 3 homers, 6 steals, 9 extra base hits, and 920 OPS. And
Yeah, it's a pretty big difference.
he just looks, the comfortability is incredible. They're still doing tons of things not that well. Like the end zone contact's bad. The whiff is still bad. He's not lifting the ball really that much, but he just looks so much more comfortable. It's unbelievable.
He's a ridiculously good player. And then kind of, again, on the flip side, to talk about some of the other middle infield guys that have come up this year, J.J. Weatherholt and Kevin McGonigal are just simply two of the best middle infielders in baseball right now. It's kind of insane.
No, we just watched McGonigal. Even though the Mets swept the Tigers, like he took 4 or 5 runs off the board himself defensively, where he's like not even been that great this year. And Weatherholt, it's funny. Like we all kind of saw him as the hit tool guy who's going to play great defense and steal bags. He's got 9 home runs and a 230 batting average. Like he's getting to like the 750, 780 OPS that we kind of felt that was coming from him, but in a completely different way. It's also, that's a funny phenomenon, right? It feels like it happens sometimes. These guys hit for more power in the majors than they ever did in the minors.
It's almost like a little extra juice, because like in the minor, maybe this is crazy, maybe this doesn't sound right, but like scared to strike out, you're trying to really just almost like raise that slash line, because even though we know, again, these organizations are looking more at the underlying stuff, I still think as a player, you are like, well, if I'm hitting 350, they can't say no to me. There's no way they're going to keep me down. I think also, could it just be that there is more velo at the major league level? Maybe. Like there simply is more velo, so the ball's a little more bouncy, and we do know that AAA and Major League Baseball do use a different ball than the rest of the minor leagues.
Yeah, that's true. And even like a guy like Weatherholt, like there was definitely fear. I had some fear. I was like, I don't know if this guy's going to pull enough fly balls to get to that game power. He's pulling so many more fly balls than I ever expected he would. Like he's so fucking good. Like he could be one of the 5 best second basemen in baseball right now, really easily.
Yes, without a doubt,
He's
could be.
Completely tied together the top of that Cardinals lineup to turn them into an incredibly formidable team in a year that we thought was going to be a monster, massive rebuilding season for them.
Especially us. Everybody lets us know. All the Cardinals fans in the comment section let us know how much we hate them and that we need to apologize. We'll check back at the end of the year, but they are really they're playing really good baseball. Also, Tarps Off is absolutely electric.
Tarps Off's going everywhere. Tarps Off's going to be at the Mets game today in an hour.
Is it really?
Yeah, they're doing it in Washington.
Wow, doing it in Washington, sweeping the nation.
We're definitely going to get Tarps Off at Citi Field next week, I guarantee. But it's just, I mean, like, how many more rookies? Like, even a guy like Antonacci, like this guy, he grew a lot as a prospect and as a player in the last 12 months-ish, and it felt like he had a bit of a coming-out party in that World Baseball Classic, put himself, like, on the map, and now just to be so comfortably above average everywhere for a White Sox team that we've been saying has just been dying for baseball players to come in. Like the growth of Miguel Vargas has been great. Top of the rotation has been amazing. Grant Taylor is one of the best relievers in baseball. Murakami, of course, we'll go more in depth about in a second. But just having a rat like Antonacci at the top, playing all over the field, getting his nose dirty, stealing bases, getting caught stealing a lot. He's got to clean that up right now too, get his jumps. But like he's so fun to watch. Again, he's another one of these rookies where it's like, how do you do all of these things so well with this little professional baseball experience?
Do it so well. He was a guy who wasn't expected to do it this well either. Like a lot of the guys that we're talking about were highly touted prospects, were first-round draft picks, were big names. Sam Antonacci was not one of those guys. He was a Coastal Carolina guy, I think, that went a little bit later in the draft. Scrappy ball player, but he's making it up at the major league level, making an impact. But I think it also helps too when you're surrounded on that White Sox team, which is hilarious to say, by a couple beasts who can do a lot of the heavy lifting right now. And Munetaka Murakami, someone we've spoke about a ton on this channel, but have to speak about him a little bit more. What a fun little player he is. The fact that he's just gonna do exactly what we thought, but at a much better rate than we thought he was gonna do, which is hit home runs, walk, strike out. He's just a 3 true outcome player.
There's nothing little about Munetaka Murakami.
No, he's big.
He's not a fun little player, though.
But he's a fun big player.
Fun, huge player. This guy's a beast. I always have to remind ourselves that like him and my sister have the exact same birthday, same day, same year, everything.
That's crazy to think about.
Which is how I can remember his age, but I missed a year, so that was my bad, Munetaka. But like it's just hit ball go a long way. Like even right now, like I'd say he's slumping relatively to what happened over the first month and then where the expectations went for him. But even while he's slumping, like he'll have an 0 for 2 walks. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like he finds ways to get on base and impact the game every single day in a way that we thought his floor would wind up lower. And I do think that I think that his OPS at the end of the season will be lower than it is right now, almost no doubt.
What's his OPS right now?
934.
Yeah, I mean, like the slash line is 244 average, 382 on base, 552 slugging. Like I think the slug and the on base are not going to take a huge dip. I do think the average could find its way into like the 210, 220 range by the end of the year.
Definitely, but still, even against thinking about this, the ceiling I think already off the bat is higher.
way higher than we thought.
Like even having a 5-week stretch like he had to open the season, still currently almost a third of the way through, leading the American League in home runs, more than Aaron Judge. It's like, this is a very different situation than we perceived it to be. And now just for safekeeping here, I'm gonna get his stats against pitches 95 miles an hour or harder. And
I don't think they're very good.
they're not terrible though. Honestly, it's a 60% hard hit rate, which is better than league average.
Okay.
It's a 36% whiff rate. I'll get the league rate for that in a second. And the 219 batting average, fine. You'll get by on that.
If Murakami finished the year with a 219 average and the power that he shows and the ability to still get on base 18% of the time, bring it back down to 15%. It's going to be one of the best offensive players at first base in the league still.
So let's remember those numbers. 59% hard hit, 36% whiff, 219 batting average. Now we're going to find the league stats against. Now, I didn't just do fastballs. They all pitches over 95. So maybe that could change.
59, 36, 219. 59, 36, 219.
Got it. Now here's the whole league against pitches 95 plus. 243, 21-9, 43-8. So again, but that's who Murakami is. He's not going to put his bat in the ball as often, but when he puts his bat in the ball, it's going to go a long way. There's that great clip that's been going around. I think it was him from spring training, where it's like Murakami, like about his defense. They're like, Munataka, like, what makes a good defender at first base? And he went 40 homers. Yeah. And he's probably going to get 40 homers.
No, White Sox are a team we might have to just do a little breakout video on their own over here because I think they have the third or fourth best record in baseball since April 4th, which sounds basically since the start of the year after they started off terribly against the Marlins. They've been one of the best teams in baseball. Again, I don't know how long it lasts because of the pitching, but the hitting, there's a lot of fun players, a lot of young guys, and again, these rookies like we're talking about in this video are really helping this bottom line of this roster.
Oh man, that was my craziest take. It's actually coming true. The White Sox are fun, and they're that
was yours.
Way more fun than I ever possibly thought they could have been. Lots of good and bad takes came out of this show preseason. That's probably my favorite.
Yeah, some other guys that are just like, how about, ready for this one, just quietly, a random White Sox rookie, by the way, that's like towards the top of the WAR leaderboards if you look at qualified rookies this year. Tristan Peters, sixth among rookies for F4 on Fangraphs. He's about a league average hitter right now, but he's doing everything else for this team, which again, something that we said the White Sox need so badly, which is they needed baseball players. They'd had warm bodies over the last few years. Need ball players.
And it's nice a guy like Tristan Peters who could just be like a speed defense outfielder who's running into one. I think he's another guy that the offensive production will wane, but
yes,
as a speed defense outfielder, like a 26-year-old rookie, just pop up out of nowhere like fun. This White Sox team has been dreadful defensively over the last few years. So it's nice to have guys who are like athletes. While, again, not a rookie, but like while Miguel Vargas has this complete like rise like a phoenix like he's had.
It's also funny, too, looking at kind of like the bottom line of the qualified rookies right now at the time of recording, May 21st. There's only like a few that are truly having like bad years or bad starts to their season. And it's like very much in abbreviated roles. Like Owen Casey has had a nightmare start to the year. Someone that we were high on, but the swing and miss has just gotten completely out of control to a point where you can't really play him very often. Hao-Yu Lee was not someone who was highly touted as a prospect by any means. Juan Brito, same thing. Nick York, like Bryce Matthews. These are guys who were towards the back ends sometimes of these top 100 lists. But outside of those guys, which again, sorry to kind of bring light to them, offensively, all of them are starting to look good, if not great.
And we're seeing a really cool and encouraging thing where there's a chunk of these rookies who started the year poorly and have dragged themselves out of it. Someone who got some exposure last year, Dylan Beavers, was terrible, and now he's been pretty hot for like 2 or 3 weeks now. Like we said before, Samuel Basayo, horrible month last year, horrible first 3 weeks this year. Something has snapped in. He looks like one of the most feared power hitters in baseball right now. And then 2 guys, one in our favorite team and one in our division, like Carson Bench and Justin Crawford. Crawford more so meander. That's like a 15, 20% worse than league average bat. But now he's heated up. He started to run. He's playing good defense. And then our boy Carson Bench. Carson Bench is on a warpath right now. Like he looked like one of the worst players in baseball for those first 2 weeks. After a home run opening day, he had like an 0 for 22. And the fact that he had a
400 OPS, I think, in his first 15 games.
And the fact that now he's a league average hitter in the season in general, and he's the Mets' everyday leadoff hitter, and he's earned that. We were kind of thought he was given it, then he didn't play that well, then he got it back, and now he's taking it over. Like really, really good medal from the young rookie. Even a guy, your boy Kazuma Okamoto. Like,
yeah,
weird to talk about 30-year-old rookie, but good 2 weeks, horrible month. Now, like, really good after that. Now he's slumping again, but still just being a good baseball player, playing good defense at third base, which is a big question for him. Like, it's just down this list, there's so many fun. Dude, even we forgot Sal Stewart. He's in the best slump right now, but like he carried that Reds team through what was like a really fun first month for them.
I mean, you've even seen guys who have gotten like a little cup of coffee right now as the season's getting a little bit longer. Like AJ Ewing legitimately just looks like a good baseball player. Ryan Walshman looks like a good baseball player. The Giants like Daniel Susac so much that they traded the prodigy Patrick Bailey because they're like, you know what? We like Susac. I'll even give some credit. Like there's just like Yohendrick Pinango has been playing good baseball. He's been playing really good baseball. Your boy Mo Ballesteros is doing well. Tyler Black in the small sample that he's gotten this year is playing a lot better. Like there are exciting players on basically every team around the league, especially on the hitting side, that are doing really well that are rookies this year. But of course, this is a pitching or a video with James Shiano. We got to talk a little bit about pitching here, which I know some of the rookie pitchers, especially one on our favorite team, while he has hit a bit of a snag recently. Like the big three or big four, I guess we could say right now, of Messick, McLean, Yasavage, Tolley. Those are just frontline starters in rotations for years and years and years.
Monsters. And the guys who just missed being rookies again this year still in Jacob Mizorowski, Cam Schlittler, and Chase Burns. I would almost call all three of those guys top 10 pitchers in baseball right now. And I think
it's insane.
I would consider calling Schlittler and Mizorowski top 5 pitchers in baseball. Burns might be 6. Like they're that good. And Messick is the one who's the most fun because he had no prospect fanfare. He had no shine whatsoever. He throws 93 miles per hour, which is almost pretty good for a lefty. And when he came up last year, he pitched really well and was still not really regarded in the same light as a lot of these other guys because he's like, I don't know, kind of big bones. Sometimes, I think last year there were a few starts he rocked the rec specs.
Yeah, so Parker Messick, Florida State, was like one of the best pitchers in college. Shout out Florida State, a little bit of a left-handed pitching factory there. Jamie Arnold following in his footsteps. But Messick was like their big boy, their hoss, their big game starter, and he went deep into games. I want to say he almost threw a no-hitter or something like that in college, if I remember correctly. But he does have a build that would not be typical of what the modern Major League Baseball pitchers are looking like. He is a 6-foot-tall, 240-pound left-handed pitcher, but he comes out and he hits you with the kitchen sink.
He hits you with the kitchen sink. He has an out pitch, which is that nasty changeup. He is very athletic on the mound. Like he repeats his delivery really well.
Yeah, he's not fat. He just looks chubby.
He's still explosive. He hides the ball, I think, really well, which helps him a lot. He gets in on right-handed batters. He's really not scared to work inside against them, which I love seeing from a young lefty. And he's a bit older. He spent all the time at Florida State and time in the minor leagues, early 25. But like he's a game changer. He's a true game changer, especially for a Guards team that has lost what they thought was going to be the next frontline guy in Tanner Bybee. Like not literally because he pitches every 5 days, but he just doesn't pitch very well. Like Messick and Gavin Williams are a 1-2 that could win a division, truthfully.
Without it, they might do it this year. The youth infusion for that Cleveland Guardians team is going to save Jose Ramirez's career right here in terms of successfulness.
Even like he's not rookie anymore, probably not. But like Brian Rocchio's been awesome in the bottom.
I think Brian Rocchio is like only 26. I still don't know how he's doing it.
I thought he was younger than that still.
Is he younger still?
I think he is.
No.
Brian Rocchio, he's 25, barely, but yeah.
Okay, 25. Dang, though.
Yes, he's been around.
That's still so young.
Been around for a minute. But that team, like, their season's diff change. And now after Trey Savage had, like, the teeny tiny injury scare, but possibly just an intentional workload lessening, he's come out of the gate ripping, looks sensational, leaning on the fastball. Splitter looks nasty. Like, Peyton Tolley is nasty as hell. Like, Connolly early has been a bit more up and down, but he's great. Another one, weird one, off the beaten path. Strange roll.
Ooh, strange roll off the beaten path. Who's this going to be?
Shane Drone.
Oh, with the Brewers. Yeah, he's been great.
The Brewers are doing, and you can kind of see how these two things connect, are what the Mets are intending to do with this fleet of long relievers, and they have been everything for them. Like between Drone, DL Hall, and I'm definitely missing the third guy right now. Just Chad Patrick's been like kind of a flow there back and forth. There's another long guy.
Oh, what is the Milwaukee guy?
Aaron Ashby.
Oh, yes.
But these guys are eating innings. They're coming in the 6th inning of close games and just slamming doors shut. Like Shane Drowan, he's a lefty with a fastball that's up to 95 miles per hour that has legit lift on it. He's got a good repertoire he's built off of it. He strikes guys out. He's not really walking that many guys. Still hasn't allowed a home run this season. He was a throw-in in what's going to wind up as being one of the most laughed at trades in this next era of baseball with the Red Sox and Caleb Durbin and
Craig Breslow stinks.
Yeah, he's I think
all-time bad trader.
Yeah, it seems like a lot of people are now wising up on that. But like Drowan's just using that fastball triangle, breaking down the sliders. Like he's awesome, and it's
dude.
Brewers cut over and over and over again. He's also
how about
also
Logan Henderson? Oh wow, I didn't know that.
I need to just learned.
How about Logan Henderson?
Henderson's great.
He was great last year, got hurt, came back this year, still incredible, striking out 30% of the batters he's facing. He doesn't walk anybody. Even just like, let's get a little bit crazy for a second. We saw him the other night against the Mets. Andrew Alvarez is a rookie, and he has just been dicing dudes up left and right.
He looked really good. They got that hammer curveball. He 4-inning save against the Mets on Wednesday night. Like, even Didier Fuentes, who's kind of gone up and down for the Braves this year as they try to figure out his best role. J.R. Ritchie had a few good starts and he had a few bad starts. I mentioned Connor Prelup before. He's come out of basically nowhere. The Twins, every single starting pitcher's either gotten hurt or been named Simeon Woods Richardson. And Connor Prelup just showed up, just ripping sliders and changeups left and right. And he looks amazing.
Obligatory Caleb Killian mention.
Yeah, Caleb Killian looks awesome too. I love Caleb Killian because there's just so many right now. There are so many. Jake Bennett threw one okay start for the Red Sox. Maybe second one he got hit pretty hard, but he looks like he'll be back. Anthony Nunez.
His ERA is horrible, but the stuff is really good.
His ERA went up to 2 runs yesterday, so that.
Yeah, okay, so that'll do it.
Our boy Bubba
What did he give up, 7?
I think it was 2 outs and 5 runs.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah, something bad like that. And even some of the rookies that were a little more highly touted heading into the season who haven't even been good. Bubba Chandler, Tatsuya Imai, Brandon Sproat, guys who've been kind of around, talked about for a little bit longer. Not playing well, and we still have this good of a rookie class. Noah Schultz.
Andrew Painter's
been terrible. Noah Schultz had a few really good starts. He's had a few really bad starts and an okay start. We're still kind of waiting and seeing if he has enough to get major league hitters out. Another out of nowhere guy, Walbert Urania.
My guy Walbert. Throw
fun.
100. That's all you got to do.
Throw 100. Yeah, his righty changeup still walking a lot of guys, but I could see if he was on another team, I could definitely see steps happening.
Definitely, because that Angels pitching, the Angels pitching bump that we thought was going to happen from what we saw early in the year is completely crashed.
Yeah, that went away fast. But Jose Soriano still looks nasty.
He looks good.
Ty Madden's been back. He looks really good. There's just guys and guys and guys. Colt Emerson just came up. There's going to be some more guys that come up too. But now we're going to get to that in between spot where teams are going to be a bit more fearful about if they call a guy up. It's the Cade Horton decision from last year. It's do you help us make the playoffs, or should we just wait and try and get a pick for you next year? Joshua Baez is going to get a look this year.
He's got to. Talk about a toolsy player. Power, speed, arm, glove. Let's see what Joshua Baez can do.
It felt like Emmanuel Rodriguez and Walker Jenkins both would get looks possibly this year for the Twins. I think now they're both injured right now, which is kind of painful. There were a couple other guys who I saw being
I mean, I don't know if he'll get a look this year, but he should. It's just this team doesn't necessarily need it. Cade Anderson, if you've seen what he's done in the minor leagues, he's just, again, we've joked about it on this channel. He's probably the 4th best pitcher in the Mariners organization right now.
I think we're at the point where he will get a look. I don't think you start him at Double A if you don't think there's actually a chance for a look. Kalen Culpepper also had a great year for the Twins. He's been really good against velocity. He's going to get a look. Max Clark gets a look. Charlie Condon probably gets a look.
Franklin Arias might get a look too at some point this year. Yeah, he's been. Have you seen his numbers in Double A?
He just got to Double A. He was in Single A last
year. Yeah, this year. I mean, if he's going to have 1,000 OPS through 32 games and have he's hit 8 home runs and 7 doubles in 30 games. I think you got to see what he can do at AAA. And I think the big conversation that you have with all these teams, like Brady Montgomery might have his call up soon. There's a lot of guys that are very much fringy. It will depend on what the team wants to do direction-wise because, again, it is super valuable. This is the negative side now about that PPI compensation thing for the Rookie of the Year voting. You might want to hold on to him and not let him lose rookie eligibility when he can't get you that PPI bonus.
Unless you think they're getting you to the playoffs, like the Cade Horton situation last year. We didn't even mention Henry Bolte got called up by the A's last week. He's been hitting a bit so far. What he did in AAA this year, he had a 3-game stretch where he went 13 for 15, including a hit and 12 consecutive at bats.
It's crazy.
With 4 homers and 4 doubles, so 12 hits and 8 of them were for extra bases. He had 37 games, 12 homers, 17 steals, 1,100 OPS to AAA, and he looks nasty again. He unseated Lawrence Butler as an everyday outfielder for the A's. He's getting the run to do that. He's going to be their center fielder, and he has crazy tools.
Just looking at the 2024 MLB draft first round. So right now, top 10 picks, only 3 haven't made a major league debut, which is insane from a draft that was 2 years ago. That didn't happen in baseball. And it's Charlie Condon, Hagen Smith, who I think will make a debut at some point this year, both of them. And then Seaver King, who's off to a great start in the minors right now for a Washington Nationals team that's desperately looking for anybody that can play third base. So it's there's a chance that by the end of this season, the top 10 picks in a draft 2 years ago will all be in the majors playing pretty consistently, which I don't even know if the 2023 MLB draft has it that good. I don't know the last time a draft has that.
No, it's surreal to see how much major league drafted players are converting. We've kind of joked about this in the past, how as accelerated as this has gotten with the new minor league system and the advancements in youth and college baseball. There's probably a time in our lives where we start to look at the MLB draft it'll always be dissimilar to the NFL draft, of course.
Yes.
But especially the NBA draft now, where half the first round winds up spending time in the G League too. Those are going to inch close together, which is actually kind of funny where if you keep having year over year where like a guy gets drafted in June, which is always funny that's where the MLB draft is compared to the other leagues. Like, why? No, it doesn't make sense to have that in the offseason. But
the only reason they have it is because college baseball, and you can't just tell these guys to shelve it for 6 months.
No, definitely not. But it is funny, like the differences of it. And I mean, the NBA draft guys, they just don't stop playing basketball. Summer league, bang. See, college summer league season, boom, right in. And some of these major league guys happening too. But again, these teams are now focused more on development, real development, than getting themselves into games. Probably sounds backwards to a lot of people, but we've really seen the proof in the pudding for a lot of these guys the last 2 years. And this is something that is going to maybe not hit the level it is this year, every single year in the future, but we're going to see a real acceleration of rookie production.
Like, it's not going to ever hit the normies. The MLB draft will never hit a normie fan. It's not possible. They're never going to care about prospects.
I think one day it will.
You think so?
I think if we keep getting to a point where, because the whole thing about the MLB draft was always like, oh, we'll see these guys in 3 or 4 years. And that's still going to be true for a chunk of guys, most of them. But if we start to get 2 or 3 Chase Burnses and Nick Kurtzes every year. Like, Chase Burns was drafted. He was pitching in the major leagues a year later, and now he's one of the best pitchers in baseball. Nick Kurtz was drafted. He is one of the best players in baseball. There's no doubt about it. 1 year later. Like,
40 base on game streak.
We were like, wow, it took Travis Bazzana an extra 6 months, an extra 12 months to get to the majors. This guy might stink.
Like, man, tired of him already. Slow development program.
Scotty Griffin was 18. He's in the major leagues when he's 19. It's like, this is, if we keep getting speed like this and guys hitting the ground running like this, if this continues at a relatively similar pace 10 years down the line, the Major League Baseball draft will have a different air to it for sure.
Yeah, without a doubt. It is funny looking back at some of the drafts. Like 23 was a banger, 24 was a banger, 25 it's way too close to tell right now. 2022 though, that was a major fall off in terms of guys that have hit. So that's where Major League Baseball is going to have a weird thing, is that there will be excitement and there will just be draft classes where top 10 guys, there might not be a single good guy there.
I think that one, shout out Foolish Baseball, he did a great video about the rookie class. Also, years ago, last year, he did a great video about why old players not getting looks anymore. But COVID really fucked up development for a lot of these guys, whether they were in the minor leagues already or in college or teenagers. I mean, this is the first class that, like, these guys were 8th graders.
Post-COVID.
Yeah, they got to high school post-COVID, which... That's a sentence.
Wow.
That's a horrible thing to say out loud. But good chunk of these guys, McGonigal, Weatherhall, actually a little bit older. He's probably in high school COVID. Sal Stewart.
College post-COVID.
Yeah, Sal Stewart was like 8th or 9th grade when COVID hit. Like, you got to have a much more normal teenage baseball playing process.
Did you see the video of Connor Griffin chasing down a ball at a Mississippi State game? And it said like 2017. I'm like, oh my God, he was 9 years old. What are we talking about? How's that even possible?
That's fucked up. But like, now he's just crushing in the major leagues. Like, it's just happening faster. It's fun. This is good for baseball, truthfully.
It's fantastic for baseball. And we will have some MLB draft content for you guys. Definitely make sure you are subscribed to the Windup so you don't miss out on that. If you want to listen to us podcast style, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you get them, download. We do appreciate all of those who download and leave us a review at 5 stars. It does help us out. You can follow James on social media at
James Shiano.
And I'm Giraffe Neck Mark. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you for watching. We'll catch you on the next one. Peace out.